Steve Bowers and
Cassandra Fuller.
Welcoming you to 6 into the City and a jam-packed show as we get deeper into the holiday season.
I know.
We are
so
right
much
around the corner here.
That's right. So much going on. We're going to talk to Melinda Reed. She's with Lifeline Blood Services. They've got some events coming up. And then also George Googe and conductor Tony Burris are here because the Jackson Area Community Bands is having a fall concert
coming up,
right around the corner. So you don't want to miss that. Matt Marshall is here. He is with United Way. And Gail Gustafson is here. She is with the Dream Center because Giving Tuesday 731 is coming up.
Matthew's going to talk about giving and Gail's going to tell you where to send it.
That's exactly right. I don't know where she'll tell you to send it, but yeah, she'll tell you where to send it. Megan Moore is here because it's time for the Holiday Mart.
Well, you can tell when you came into the Civic Center today. Wow.
They're getting ready on decorations.
We're doing a show on Tuesday, and Holiday Mart's already here.
It's coming up this weekend, the 18th through the 20th, and I think there's a preview party too, so we're going to find out a little bit more about that. And then Anita K. Archer is here. She is going to be collecting coats for Washington Douglas Head Start, so we're going to talk to her a little bit about that and find out what size coats, where you need to take them, things like that. And then David Ashley Trent is here. He is a singer, producer. He's actually a American contemporary Christian artist. He is our entertainment, but also we're going to sit and talk to him on the couch.
David and I met doing the symphony. He sang and I read. So we got along great.
I'm glad he didn't ask you to sing.
Well, no, we talked about it. That may happen in the future.
Okay, well, you know.
All that's coming up. Don't tell where we're headed with this, but we're headed somewhere with this. 6 in the City.
Hi, I'm here to ask the people of Jackson to be a part of a groundbreaking program, 4 Minute City.
Every minute you don't get help after a sudden cardiac arrest, your chance of survival decreases by 10%.
That's why Friends of Heart and the Jackson Fire Department have created a care team.
A group of everyday citizens trained, equipped, and ready to save lives in our community.
Please call this number or visit our website.
Together, we can save lives.
Experience something new with View It Video on Demand. Now you can preview and rent movies with your remote. Press the TiVo button to go to the home screen. Select View It on Demand to get started. Browse new movie releases and events. Select what you want to watch, then rent. There's even free stuff. You'll find karaoke songs, fun screensavers for your TV, videos for the kids, and more. Experience more with TiVo and View It Video on Demand.
When I first saw Turtle, my heart was full. Now anything but lonely.
We have this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
We're doing the show on Tuesday, November the 15th, and so if you see us later in the week, we got events coming up this week we're going to talk to Melinda Reed about. She's with Lifeline Blood Services. Got a couple of blood-giving opportunities. One's coming up Thursday right in front of City Hall. Is that right? Where are we going?
Well, yeah, Thursday.
No, we're going to the hospital.
We're going to the hospital on Thursday. We were at the City Hall last week.
So, that's right.
So yeah, this Thursday we'll be at the main entrance of Jackson Madison County General Hospital, and you've got a chance to donate at any time, literally, on Thursday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay, so they'll be there all day.
All day. We'll have 2 blood mobiles, and they're there at staggered times, so you'll catch one of them from 7 to 6, and it takes about 45 minutes to donate blood, so come on your lunch break and carve out a little time, and we'll be so happy to see you on Thursday.
That's Thursday. Of course, you'll be a blood donor any time, Monday through Friday, not Monday through Saturday.
Monday through Saturday,
183 Sterling Farms Drive. Now, we're also going to Dyersburg then Friday.
That's right. We are going to Dyersburg on Friday to West Tennessee Healthcare Dyersburg Hospital, and that's Friday 7 to 1. Food Right in Tiptonville, 12:30 to 5:30, and Decaturville Elementary School from 1 to 6. So we're all over West Tennessee.
And then on Thursday, in addition to the hospital, they're going to be at Camden General Hospital, right?
That's right.
You had a battle of the hospitals or something underway, right?
Because you
were at Bolivar General, I noticed recently.
Yes.
So what's happening there? Are they competing?
They're competing. It's just a friendly, healthy competition. They set their own goals, and they really try to drive donors and new donors in to make their contributions.
Now, the Battle of the Badges was last week. When will that winner be announced?
Yeah, we're going to be announcing that pretty soon this week. We also have Battle of the Armed Forces, and I
Okay.
know for sure we're announcing that Friday. So,
Friday, okay.
yeah.
So be looking for those announcements coming
Always
in this
something
week.
fun going on.
So if you've never given blood before and you want to go visit one of these blood mobiles, is there an easy way to fill out paperwork or whatever that you need to do?
I'm so glad you asked because we have a time saver. So when you go to lifelinebloodserve.org, there's an online medical questionnaire, and by filling that out online, you'll save about 10 to 15 minutes of your registration process that you'll normally do in person once you show up to donate at a blood mobile or at one of our centers. So it'll give you a QR code, so you can show that on your phone, or you can print it out with your desktop printer and bring that to when you come in to donate. So I did that the other day, and I was like, yeah, this is such an easy process. I'm definitely going to hype this up because it's a really smart, clever way to save time.
So do you have to do it same day, or like can you fill it out one day and then if you don't get a chance to go, you can keep that, maintain that for the next day?
It is same day, and only good for
Okay.
that day.
Okay.
Yeah, so just a few hours before you go, you can rock that out online, lifelinebloodserve.org, and you'll look for the link that says Online Medical Questionnaire, and it just takes about 10 minutes of your time to fill that out, and you'll get the QR code, and you can show that to the nurse or the phlebotomist when you show up, and we'll take care of you.
Now we're low on some blood types, right?
We are low. Of course, we welcome all blood types for any of our centers and our blood mobiles, but we're especially low for O negative and A negative.
O negative and A negative.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so
And of course, O negative is extremely important to all of us because that's our universal donor.
Okay.
So that's an especially important blood type, because if there is a patient that needs a blood transfusion and there's 0 time to find out or to test their blood type, then they're going to receive O negative stat. If it's a newborn baby that's immune deficient and they need a transfusion right away, no blood type is known, O negative is the way to go.
O negative is pretty much the universal.
So if that's your blood type, you were envied by a lot of us because we're like, oh, we wish we could contribute as often as the O
You're
negative.
wanting to expand your donor base now for platelets, right? And then
We
for plasma.
are.
All right, so what is that? Is it a different type of donation?
It is a little bit of a different type of donation. We do that within our centers in Jackson and in Dyersburg. Platelets and plasma is just extremely valuable. It's truly giving the gift of life. It's a little bit more of a time commitment. It could be 2 hours, 90 minutes, something along that line. It's very important to have those type of donations on hand for our patients that are undergoing chemo. Any type of radiation, they are going to be receiving these transfusions. So, yeah, I recently became a platelet donor, so I can speak on the importance of just that goodwill feeling that you get. You know, you're helping.
So if you want to pursue that, when I show up to donate, do I just say I'm interested in being a platelet donor? Or?
Well, it's by appointment only.
Okay.
So you'll call Lifeline 427-4431, and we'll set you up an appointment because you have to carve out a little bit of time for it. Yeah.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Challenging time of year because our schedules will change, but the demand for blood will be consistent. So
if you were O negative or A negative,
That's gonna
please
work.
give blood.
We're going to be right back. We're going to shift gears. We're going to talk about a concert coming up next week. We'll do that next. 6 in the City.
With EPlus broadband and Watch TV everywhere, you can now take your TV on the go. Just visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to sign up. Then you're all set to catch your favorite shows, movies, and sports wherever and whenever you want on any internet-connected device. Choose from our growing selection of networks from your cable package at no extra charge. Visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to learn more. It's easy to sign up for EPlus Broadband's TV Everywhere.
Want to receive account information via text? When you enroll in JA Alerts, you can. Text to get a bill bounce, due date, set a payment extension, receive an outage notification, reply to report an electric outage. Text JOIN, J-O-I-N, text JOIN to 53248, 53248. Cell phone number must be current and attached to your JA account. Visit jaxenergy.com/textalerts for more information.
Here at the Emergency Operations Center, we rely on EPlus Broadband Fiber Network to better serve Madison County. With high-speed internet, we track storms and natural disasters in real time. Also, fiber internet gives us the speed to host training classes preparing responders from all over the county and state. The phone system allows us flexibility to stay in contact and make conference calls with both in and out of the office with local, state, and federal agencies. Connectivity is an important part of emergency management.
Welcome back to Six in the City. George Gooch is with us and Tony Burris. They're here representing the Jackson Community Band, and they've got a concert coming up Monday the 28th.
That's right.
Monday the 28th, not this next Monday, but Monday the 28th.
Right, the Monday right after Thanksgiving, to help you help people remember that.
The Jackson Symphonic Winds, and then also our jazz orchestra
Swing
is going to be swing band orchestra.
That's right.
Whatever we want to call it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Tony's going to be doing this. Well, tell us what's coming up then, George.
Okay, well, we have a good program coming up for you. We've got one Christmas song to help us get in the
season.
Christmas spirit. Right. That's the recollections part is where that comes from.
Because this is titled Rituals, Recollections, and Remembrances.
Right, and I'll let our director tell you about what that means.
What that means,
minute.
Okay.
The Jackson Area Community Bands is a volunteer organization, mainly supported by member dues. We're a fund of the Healthcare Foundation.
Okay.
So any donations or tax
because you don't charge for the concerts.
And it's free. The concert is free.
Okay.
That's
so
right.
It's a real gift to the community. It's coming up Monday the 28th, 7 p.m. It's going to be at the chapel at Union University. And it will be both the Symphonic Winds and then the Jackson Swing Orchestra.
Right. And I probably defer to Tony to give you a little
so Tony can
program here.
Rituals, Recollections, and Remembrances. Tony, what does that mean?
Well, the ritual part is we're doing a piece that depicts the Egyptian sun god Ra, and the ritual that they go through every day, where the sun is born every day, goes through the sky and dies at night, and then comes back the next morning. So it's, and then of course we're doing a Sousa march. You can't do a concert without a Sousa march, and of course that's kind of a ritual because of the military and the marches. Right. But the remembrances, we're doing a piece called The Crystal Fountain, and I worked for 16 years with a young lady from Trenton. I was a band director for 30 years in the Trenton school, in this Trenton school system, and Lee Boyce passed away from COVID back in 2020, and there was a piece. The West Tennessee Band and Orchestra Association had a piece commissioned for her from a very famous composer, Brian Balmages, and he composed a piece called The Crystal Fountain. Oh, wow. And we're doing that piece in remembrance of Lee. And then we're doing a Clifton Williams piece called Caution Corral, which is the last piece he wrote before he passed away. And so it's going to be a very interesting concert. We're doing one of the great pieces we're doing is the Festive Overture, the Shostakovich Festive Overture. Very difficult piece, very long, very fast, but we're doing a great job with it. So we're looking forward to doing it.
That'll be followed then with a swing orchestra. What are they going to be doing, George?
That's right. They've got several things. Some of your old standards like Caravan, all right, that sort of thing.
So he says old standards. He points at me.
I know. I saw that. I did catch that.
Steve, you'll know that immediately. Okay. Yes, sir. Go right ahead.
And I don't know what he's talking about.
They'll do a variety of things that you're familiar with and some that are not.
Okay. All right. And so there will be some holiday music worked into this, or at least
yes, on our portion at least. Okay.
Well, it's coming up Monday the 28th. That'll be the 28th of November after Thanksgiving, 7 o'clock at the chapel at Union University. If people want to know more about the community band, maybe contribute to the community band, how can they do that?
As I say, we're a fund of the foundation. Right. We have a website.
So West Tennessee Healthcare Foundation?
Yes.
You can go there and click the... Okay.
Right, that's right. And we have a website and Facebook.
Okay.
Doing 2 concerts a year?
Yes, that's what we're doing at this point.
Okay, 2 concerts a year. Well, it's good to have everybody back.
Right, right. And we have a variety of players, everything from retired symphony players, band directors, to people that have just taken up their instruments again.
Is that right? Just wanted to get out there and get after it again.
Right.
Well, Tony Burris directs the Jackson Symphonic Winds. It's Rituals, Recollections, and Remembrances, and the Jackson Swing Orchestra, directed by David Kyles. Once again, that is Monday the 28th at the chapel at Union University.
It's 7 o'clock, and admission is free.
Free.
So
all right.
anybody and
everybody. It's good to see you guys.
It is. It's good to have you guys here.
We wish you best in the holiday season. We don't see you again.
That's right.
And certainly, it's good to have you with us. Well, we're going to go to the main stage. He worked with us this morning and did a complete Studio 6, so you'll be seeing him coming up here on TV6. We're pleased to welcome our first appearance with us, Mr. David Ashley Trent.
I was a barren ground, I was a bag of bones. I was a pile of ashes in a windstorm. My shame was a desert, my hope had but all run dry. I cried out for mercy, then I met the Lord of light. Living water, thirsty souls he satisfies. Sons and daughters, come to him and be revived. He turns the heart of stone into a heart of flesh. For every troubled mind, he is a place of rest. So if shame is your desert and hope has but all run dry, oh, then cry out to Jesus and run to the Lord of light. Living water, thirsty souls he satisfies. Sons and daughters, come to him and be revived. Hallelujah, thine the glory. Hallelujah, honor. Hallelujah, thine the glory. Revive us again. Hallelujah, thine the glory. Hallelujah, amen. Hallelujah, thine the glory. Revive us again. Living water, thirsty souls he satisfies. Sons and daughters, come to him and be revived. Living water, thirsty souls he satisfies. Sons and daughters, come to him and be revived.
System Operational Achievement Recognition, the SOAR Award, is the American Public Gas Association's recognition for excellence in a natural gas utility. The award covers employee safety, system improvement, system integrity, workforce development. There are over 700 APGA members. In 2022, 14 of those systems received a SOAR Award. But the top-level gold SOAR Award, only one system, the Natural Gas Division of the Jackson Energy Authority. Being an industry leader is all a part of JEA today.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
The Pro Football Hall of Fame, Super Bowl champion, two-time NFL MVP, four-time Pro Bowler. Kurt Warner will be the speaker for the 58th benefit dinner at Freed-Hardeman University. Join us Friday, December 2nd and hear from the American underdog. Enjoy a night of great food and entertainment and help raise money for student scholarships with Kurt Warner, one of the greatest stories in sports history. Visit fhu.edu for details.
We're doing the show on Tuesday, November the 15th,
That's right.
and 2 weeks from today, it is going to be Giving Tuesday. Matt Marshall is here. He's with the United Way. He's here to talk about this. Gail Gustafson, of course, directs the Dream Center, and things are coming along well out there in your new location, it looks
They
like.
sure are.
It's
It
pretty
looks
exciting
good.
to see when you drive by out there.
It's very exciting.
Well, let's talk about Giving Tuesday. This came about how?
Yes, so it originally started back, at least locally, through Allison Shipp. Many of you guys know her, and she's a great friend, but she started Give Back Jack a few years ago.
Okay.
And then that kind of morphed through collaboration with us at United Way into Giving Tuesday 731 back during the pandemic.
Okay.
Which was an opportunity for us to pull, nonprofits together across West Tennessee. For Giving Tuesday, which is kind of the largest giving day across the world.
Okay.
At 24
And it comes up after we have all the big shopping surge right after Thanksgiving and everything else. So it's like in the midst of all this, remember, let's give back.
Absolutely. So you have Black Friday right after Thanksgiving, then you have Cyber Monday. And so by Tuesday, hopefully people got a little money left in their pockets to give to the nonprofits.
All right, so how does this work then? Gail is obviously here because she wants people to give to the Dream Center. That's
right. Absolutely.
There'll be a ton of other,
Yes, it's a great opportunity for all the nonprofits that register. I mean, it's fun. It's competition. We all have that competitive spirit. We can get more callers to give this hour, or we can get more donations this hour. But we just make it a fun thing and do some silly videos with it, and hey, it's very profitable.
Okay, so it does bring in donations.
And this is available for any nonprofit to do,
That's
right?
right.
So how do they register?
They register online, and so we have a Giving Tuesday website. It's give731.org.
Give731.org.
That's right, give731.org.
So register your organization.
So they can register their organization, and then from there, once they're registered and get all their stuff, their account set up, then they can create a profile. And then what we do over the course of that 24 hours is we encourage people to go to that website and give.
Okay.
And all those donations go directly to the agencies.
To those agencies, okay.
And so they can, give to one, they can give to multiple agencies. And as Gail mentioned, it's a really fun competition because throughout several hours of the day, we have this fun little thing where the organization that either gets the most donations in that hour or the most number of individual donors gets an additional cash prize on top.
All right.
All right. So give731.org.
Give731.org.
And so on that Tuesday the 29th, hit that site and
at midnight. You can give it. You can go.
Start at midnight.
Starts at midnight.
The Cinderella hour.
Okay. So how many organizations usually register for this?
Yeah, normally we're around like 40 to 60.
Is
It
that
just
right?
depends. But
From all over West Tennessee?
All over West Tennessee.
Okay.
So dozens of organizations. And so we often say, come and support the organization you care the most about.
Okay. Well, that's give731.org. Gail, while we have you here, you are coming along with a new Dream Center building out there.
We are. We are
so
coming along.
When do you expect to occupy it, or what's still
the end of March, the 1st of April.
Okay.
End of March, 1st
Yes.
of April. Wow.
Okay, so that will get everybody that you work with back in one location.
Amen.
It's going to be awesome.
That'll be a happy day.
Everybody together under one roof.
Yes,
That's
yes.
nice. That'll be great.
Well, I know it's been a lot of prayer and donations and everything else to help make that possible, but that's been a long time coming.
We live in a great community. We live in a great community that just...
That's been how many years now to work on that?
Almost 6.
Okay.
Wow.
Almost 6 years.
6 years.
So patience and a good thing. Matt, what else is going on out here about which we need to know as far as these organizations?
So on Giving Tuesday, the other thing that's going to be going on is the official launch day for West Tennessee Emerging Leaders, which is a brand new partnership with United Way of West Tennessee and the Jackson Greater Chamber.
Okay.
Now the Greater Chamber of Jackson, and some of our other chamber partners around West Tennessee. And it's a replacement for the former Jackson Young Professionals Group.
Okay.
And so what's really going to be cool on that day, on Giving Tuesday at noon at Hub City, you're going to have, that's right, you're going to have your mayors, A.J. Massey and Scott Conger, and also Jake Bonham, the mayor of Weakley County, and they're going to be taking part in a hot wing eating contest.
Oh, no.
An interview. And I'm talking, they're going to burn their faces off.
Oh, is that right?
So please come out and see that.
These are hot.
So it's part
They're
of
going
this
to
is
eat
endurance.
10 hot wings, and they get increasingly spicier as you go.
Okay.
And so, it's going to be a ton of fun.
All right, so that'll be at noon that day.
It'll be promoting Giving Tuesday and all that too.
All right. So we got a lot of
Look forward
activities
to
coming
that.
up. Remember that on November the 29th at midnight
is when it starts.
When it
When it starts.
And we'll run all day long.
That's right. That's
So
right.
there's no excuse.
No excuse. You can go anytime that day. Go support the Dream
All right, so
Center.
what's
Go
that
support
website
all these
again?
other agencies. Give731.org.
Give731.org.
So you get your organization registered, and we'll be ready to go on the 29th. This is exciting.
Yes.
All right, we appreciate everything y'all are doing.
Yes, most
Thank you.
definitely. Look forward
All the
to
organizations. So be sure to get your organization registered and promote it, because Gail's going to be coming after the money.
That's right.
She considers it all her share. It's good to see you both.
It is good to have you guys.
We're going back to the main stage. We welcome once again David, Ashley, Trent.
If you say that you'll be near the brokenhearted, if you say that you'll be fighting for the weak, if you say that you'll be faithful through the fire, then right here in this fire, I believe. I don't need a sign from heaven, I've got heaven in my heart. And I don't need an explanation when you loved me from the start. Oh, your goodness and your mercy, they have followed me this far. You've already proven you're the God you say you are. If you say that you're the bread and living water, there's revival even in this barren land. And when you say that you're the everlasting Father, well, I know you hold my whole world in your hand. So I don't need a sign from heaven, I've got heaven in my heart. And I don't need an explanation when you loved me from the start. Oh, your goodness and your mercy, they have followed me this far. You've already proven you're the God you say you are. Who you say you are is faithful. Who you say you are is true. Every word you speak's a promise I can hold on to. Oh, I'm holding on to you. In this season when the silence is the loudest, in this valley where the sun's behind the clouds, keep reminding me that you will go before me. You won't leave me or forsake me even now. So I don't need a sign from heaven, I've got heaven in my heart. And I don't need an explanation when you love me from the start. All your goodness and your mercy, they have followed me this far. You've already proven you're the God you say you are. You're the God you say you are.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Tired of internet that leaves you waiting and monitoring your usage with extra fees? Switch to EPlus broadband from the Jackson Energy Authority for fiber optic internet with the fastest speeds to keep everyone connected. Enjoy being online as much as you want without worrying about extra fees or data usage limits. Perfect for when you need to download and upload large files, stream videos, or use your favorite video conferencing app. EPlus broadband, fastest internet, no data caps, no slowdowns, no worries.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to Have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
We will have more with David Ashley Trent coming up in another segment of the show. We're also going to talk to him. Yeah, find out about his work career and all, because he's a composer and many other things as well as a performer. Right now we're going to talk about Holiday Mart.
That's right, because it is.
Well, it's the beginning of the holiday season for many in this city. It's always kind of been the traditional launch, right? When we get to Holiday Mart here at the Carl Perkins Civic Center. Megan Moore is with us to talk about this because we're here on Tuesday and things are already being set up.
It is crazy. It
It's
already
already,
looks like
yeah.
Christmas exploded out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, already. Well, it is a big kickoff to the season.
That's
so
right.
there's preview party Thursday night, and then we hit the big day starting Friday.
Yes,
So
Friday
what are the
morning,
hours?
9 a.m.
18th, right?
Yes, the 18th. This Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. is general admission shopping.
Okay.
And then Friday night is our fun event that is our ladies' night. It's a sip and shop. So
Sip and
you got to
shop,
leave
okay.
the husbands at home,
Okay.
leave the
Leave the
kids
kids
with
at
them.
home, yeah.
Yes, it is a 21 and up event. It's for ladies only, so grab your girlfriends, come out, and there's going to be a live DJ, hors d'oeuvres, cash bar, and of course, tons of shopping.
Okay.
So that's Friday night, and those tickets are available online at USJHolidayMart.com,
Okay.
and that's going to sell out. It's a $25 event. It sells out every year, so we encourage you to get
Go
your
ahead and get your
tickets
tickets now.
beforehand.
USJHolidayMart.com.
.com.
USJHolidayMart.com.
So that's Friday the 18th. Then on Saturday the 19th.
Yes,
Now,
that's
that
general
starts
admission.
at 6 or?
That's at 6:30, 6:30 to 9:30 on Friday
okay,
night. And then we'll open back up Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then Sunday from noon to 4.
Okay.
So tons of time to shop, and you might need to come twice because we're going to have 100 vendors this year.
Is that right?
100
Okay.
vendors.
So we've kind of come back full force, you know. COVID kind of messed us up for a little bit, so people were still a little leery last year, but this year we are full force with a full line of vendors, and we're very excited.
So what type of vendors are we going to see?
So we've got everything from clothing to accessories to children's gifts to a fire pit vendor who we love. The men get stuck there because it is really neat. He has all these really cool fire pits that he makes them
It's the
himself.
metal ones,
Yes.
right? I remember seeing him there.
So
So
neat.
it's really cool sculptures. that
Yes,
he's
and
done.
then we have food. We actually offer a place where you can get lunch, but our bake shop is my favorite spot. It is. There's a little bit of everything. There's cookies, cakes, pies. You can get a little bit to go and eat while you're shopping, or you can get your cakes or your pies to take to Thanksgiving next week. Just stick them in the freezer over the weekend, and nobody will even know that you didn't make them yourself. Yes. So, and this is all for our school, for USJ. This is our biggest fundraiser of the year.
Now, I noticed on your website that there are some event specials from some of the vendors.
Yes,
So-
lots of sales, and those are really big on Friday night. That's why we love the Sip and Shop so much. It's a fun time to shop anyway because you're with your girls and you don't have anybody policing what you buy, you know. But a lot of our vendors offer special sales and pricing and giveaways on Friday night.
Friday night, okay.
Now, if we get a ticket for Saturday, is that just good for Saturday, or is it good for Saturday and Sunday?
It's just good for Saturday.
Okay, so you need a
Each day
ticket
is-
for each day.
Yes.
And tickets are how much for the
Tickets
general
are
admission?
$10 for general admission.
Okay.
And you can buy those ahead of time at USJHolidayMart.com, or you can buy those at the door.
At the door.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
I'm
now
excited.
you talking about, at one time they set up television for the guys so they could hang out and watch football on Saturday and stuff.
Well, on Thursday night, we're going to have a men's lounge, which is something that we have not done before. It's going to be very male chic. Is that a word? It is? So that's going to be Thursday night, and we've talked about kind of leaving that open and leaving the TVs in there and just having the TVs on, because I know men like to
Watch
do
the
a little
football.
shopping,
Be
but they like to watch
distracted.
football.
Yes, they like to be distracted
And
with
I
football.
prefer them
I
to
know,
be
right?
distracted.
We need some distractions for them.
Keep them out of the way. Okay. How many of those are you getting?
Right.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah, I get that a lot. He's over my shoulder. I'm like, no, it's for you. You need to step away.
Well, it does mark the beginning of the holiday season. for
It's a
me.
great opportunity to do all your Christmas
Christmas
shopping because they
right.
have a little bit of
And see some people that are
everything.
coming in with very, very unique items.
Yes, yes,
And
and
product lines.
we love it because so many people from West Tennessee are on display here. So tons of vendors from Jackson. We do have a few from out of state, but it's a big show for West Tennessee.
Yeah, it is.
So
and you see people
we
you haven't
love
seen in a year.
That's right.
You know, I mean, it's kind
It's
of
a social
kind of,
event.
Yeah,
It
social
is,
event is
yeah.
among other things. It's Holiday Mart. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 18th, 19th, and 20th. We start at 9 o'clock in the morning on Friday and Saturday, and then at noon Sunday.
But then the sip and shop on Friday night from
wasn't gonna bring that
6:30.
back up.
I will, because it is so much fun. Event, and it's a great time. You have a great time, and you're shopping, and you don't have to worry about men getting in your way.
I know.
The kids getting under your feet.
I can see myself alone Friday night.
That's right. But you might as well prepare for that, because that's going to happen.
Have to hang around downtown, so I have to go down to Doe's or somewhere and just hang out.
She could be here getting your Christmas present. So.
It could be.
Yes. So, I
Somehow
mean,
I'm a bit skeptical of that.
They have food.
Okay.
You know, they sell food down there. So.
I know, but men are not allowed.
No,
I'm sorry.
But you're allowed. I mean, she can come in and get food.
I'm not talking about her. I was talking about me.
You don't have to worry about feeding her. You just give her your credit card.
It's good to see you, Megan.
Good to see you. Thank you.
We're excited.
If your marriage survives until next week, we'll be in good shape.
That's exactly right. USJ Holiday Mart. Get your tickets.
To the season. We'll be right back with more as we continue. Six in the City.
I'm Mark Taylor. I'm the owner of Renew Biomedical Services based out of here in Jackson, Tennessee. We're a provider of biomedical services for medical professionals. At Renew Biomedical, our use of telecom is of utmost importance. We have to reach our customers in a timely fashion so we can diagnose and service their equipment needs. So EPlus Broadband allows Renew Biomedical to connect effectively with our customers in whichever way they choose, via email, phone, Skype, teleconferencing, in any way you can imagine.
For 9 years, the READ team has helped over 2,200 second graders read better through coaching and friendships. Students have increased their word recognition by as much as 300%. Reading on grade level opens the door for Google searches, driver's licenses, and career opportunities. Invest 1 hour a week to give our second graders every chance to read on grade level. Go to thereadteam.org to sign up. The READ Team, changing our community one word at a time, in partnership with JMCSS, Leaders Education Foundation, and United Way of West Tennessee. But you already knew that because you can read.
Say it and see it with voice control. Find your favorites faster across live, recorded, and streaming TV. Movies, shows, news, sports, music are just a voice command away. Show me action movies. Just for kids. Every result personalized based on viewing habits and time of day. Say it, watch it. It's that easy with the power of voice control.
Well, let's take some notes here because I want to get the sizes down. We're looking for two toddler to children's 10.
Youth extra large, yeah.
Or youth extra large, okay. We're talking about coats. Anita K. Archer is with us with the Bank of Jackson, and they do a Coats for Kids drive for the Washington Douglas Head Start program. Started this just 2 years ago.
How many years has this been?
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
4 years ago, yes.
And it was such a moving experience, I think, for Anita K. and everybody at the bank that worked this drive when these children get these coats, and how, also no matter how important they are and how much they're needed.
Absolutely.
Not everybody has access to the same resources. Not everybody has the same winter protection. On a day like today, when I got out of the car, it's like, whoa.
Yep, you got to have a coat.
You got to have a coat here.
Well, right before I came here, I ran by Washington Douglas with a load of coats.
Okay.
Because I thought, I can't stand it for these kids just to have these little T-shirts on and leave home at 20 and 30 degrees. So we kind of pushed it a little bit. I know it is that I think about them.
Now, how long are we going to be taking donations?
Through December 9th.
December the 9th.
It's the last day.
And you can drop them off at any
Bank of Jackson location. Carriage House, Orwell, and University Parkway. Any of the three. And next week is Thanksgiving, and I think about how much we're thankful. For all that we have. We're so blessed. But these children at Head Start, I have 206 children.
Okay.
So we've got to collect 206 coats. Yes.
These need to be new coats.
These are new. These are new coats. Yes.
From 2 toddler to children's 10 or Youth XL.
Our Youth XL. That is perfect.
Now, if we have gloves, will you take gloves and scarves?
I do take gloves and scarves and monetary donations. As a matter of fact, I'm leaving here to go buy more coats from some of our monetary donations.
Okay, well, great. All right.
So, love doing it.
So if we just give you money, then you can
fill
the gap.
She'll go shop for us.
I'll go shop for you. I'd be glad to.
Well, I think in talking to Anita Kay, when they came up with this idea, And it was because of, who was teaching there?
Elizabeth.
Yes.
Harbin.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And so she was teaching.
Elizabeth
But then the whole
Bryant.
experience then, when the children got these and everything else, and it touched your heart. I can tell still now.
It touched my heart. The other day I was at a doctor's appointment and one of the receptionists said, "You're the coat lady." And I said, "I surely am." And I'm collecting them.
You said, "Do you have a coat? I'll surely take it from you."
I'll take it. But it's a wonderful, heartwarming experience for all of us at the Bank of Jackson.
Okay, all right. So the Bank of Jackson's got 3 locations. We're on Carriage House,
Orwell, and
then
University Parkway.
Near Arrington's, all that out there. You
Or
don't have to
call
carry.
me and I'll come pick them up.
Okay.
Plenty of opportunities to drop off.
Well, what is your number?
What is my number? Just call the bank, 660-8000.
Smart lady.
Yeah. See, I thought I was about to get a personal cell phone number.
You
know what I mean?
did.
Yeah.
Not that he doesn't have it.
I know, right?
Well, that's good. Well, appreciate the bank doing
Yes,
it.
Thank
most
you so
definitely.
much.
Everybody that contributes to this, it's just a great effort every year. And that goes through December the 9th. We got till December the 9th. And so 2 toddler to youth at large, ages 3 to 10 is what we're looking for. Looking for new coats. So just do that or make the contribution there at the Bank
Either
of Jackson.
one is
It'll be
appreciated.
Nita Kay, appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being
much.
here. Yes.
Thank you.
The school system doing a coat drive as well, so there are many ways to get involved in this, and it's just a special season. Children of any age and need, so if you got coats or whatever, there's a place for it.
And it's not just for December, because it's going to be
No,
cold from now up until probably February, March, April.
We're
So
off to a tough launch.
That's
here
right.
With this, and so the weather. I think this morning it was 40. Well, we're doing the show on Tuesday the 15th. This morning it was 40. So I asked our weather guy. I said, "Well, what about it?" And he said, "Well, it's the last one of those you're going to see this week."
Yeah,
we're going to be 20.
It's going to be in the 20s, and some in the teens.
20s and
So-
30s the rest of this
I
week.
noticed that.
I'm not ready for it.
Oh, but don't you love 4 seasons?
No.
I do. I love all 4 seasons.
If it weren't for hurricanes and sand fleas and alligators, we'd all be in Florida.
I know,
That's right. You're exactly right.
That is the truth.
But the hurricanes, the sand fleas, and the alligators pretty much diminished. I'm glad to be in Tennessee.
Me too.
Nita Kay, it's good to see you.
Thank you so
Good
much
to
for
see
being
We're
here.
going back to the main
Thank y'all.
stage once again, and we'll be talking to him in this next segment. This is David Ashley Trent.
So if you've ever lost a loved one, this song is for you. It's called You've Been There. Every time I feel like no one could ever understand this kind of heartache, lonely place that I've been in, I'm reminded of the garden where you prayed for it to pass. You relate to us like that. When you speak peace, I believe, 'cause I know you've been there. You've been there. And when you say, don't be afraid, oh, I won't, 'cause you've been there. You've been there. Even in the moment when that phone call came from home, I fell apart when they told me my little sister was gone. In the silence, there beside me, no stranger to my grief. God, you weep with those who weep. When you speak peace, I believe, 'cause I know you've been there. You've been there. And when you say, don't be afraid, oh, I won't, 'cause you've been there. You've been there.
It stands out in the landscape. It's the newest and largest water tank in the JEA system. Located northeast of McKellar-Sipes Airport, it holds 2.5 million gallons of water. Construction costs just shy of $4 million. But it will supply water and the water pressure necessary to sustain fire hydrants in an expanding industrial and commercial area of Jackson. Meeting needs and building for the future, all a part of JEA Today.
From time to time, life may throw us a curveball. Even with the best of efforts, maintaining the essentials like utilities can be difficult. With UtiliCare, you can make a donation to help provide utility assistance to families right here in Jackson. Your contribution makes a difference for those families struggling to pay utility bills. Go online to learn more or donate. jaxenergy.com/UtiliCare.
Welcome back to 6 to the City. We had a slight resetting of the set here.
That's exactly
But
right.
everything.
You never know what happens during commercial breaks.
David
so.
Ashley Trent is with us. Good to have you here.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
The guys that were working with you today are.
Yeah, so I had Mike Williams on bass and Tosh Newman on drums, which Tosh works here. You know Tosh. But both those guys go to church with me. So, yeah.
Well, how many strings can you get on a bass now? You know, it used to be 4. Now,
you know, I don't know anything about bass guitar. I leave that to the professionals.
Well, David is, we met working with the symphony, which was a real honor to work with Jackson Symphony. He was a featured vocalist, and I was a reader that night. But it was a great experience.
That was a fun night, wasn't it?
It was a fun night. Nerve-wracking night, but it was a very fun night.
You had a much more difficult job than I did, for sure.
But anyway, I was glad to have gotten through it. But it was a real pleasure to have that opportunity to work with you, and we wanted to do this. And so you are currently working as the...
Yeah, so I'm the worship pastor at Inglewood Baptist Church, the North Campus, which is in Medina.
But you're still composing and releasing music all the time.
Right. So I've always been a songwriter, artist, and so I write original music, and you know I've traveled the country. Actually, before I came to Jackson, and still even after we moved here, before I came on staff at a church, I traveled the country full time. So you know I've played probably 200 or 300 different churches across the United States, and so.
Has your work always been in Christian music?
It has. You know, it's funny. My songwriting, I don't know a thing. I didn't know a thing then. I still don't. But you know, my songs always have just kind of been born out of it's kind of my devotions and my Bible studies, and I didn't even know it was called Christian music. I just would.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, some of my first songs were just like story. I'd take like famous stories from the Bible, like Daniel in the Lion's Den, and turn them into songs. And that's kind of how I got my feet wet.
So when did you start? At what age?
You know, it's funny. I didn't sing my first note until I was like 20 years old.
Oh wow!
I never sang.
Is that right?
Never sang a lick in high school. Was scared to death. Very introverted.
Not anything in church or anything.
No, goodness no.
Okay.
And so yeah, I was a late bloomer. But and then I didn't really start writing until probably 24, 25 years old.
So when did it become what you do then?
Yeah, so the strange thing is I went to college for a business degree, and my first real job was in Nashville. And so I had heard through the grapevine of this place called the Bluebird Cafe.
Right.
And some friends of mine were like, I guess they knew I'd written a couple songs, and they're like, you should go play your songs at the Bluebird. And I was like, I don't even know what the Bluebird is. And so I went, and, on Mondays, they have what's called an open mic, and that means literally anyone.
Anybody.
It's very,
open.
It's a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. So I played the Bluebird the first time. I was nervous, of course. And, I actually met a guy the night of that show, and he was like, have you ever thought about doing music for a career? And literally, it had never crossed my mind until he said that. And at the time, I wasn't crazy about my job, so a few months later, I dove head first.
Is that right?
Yep. Just took a leap of faith.
So what do you do then when you decide that you're going to do this as a profession?
Well,
first step
the first step is to move back in with mom and dad, so you don't have to pay rent. That's step one.
Then you do a lot of praying.
Yeah, and that's dead serious. And so those first few years, it's funny. It's really a God thing. I literally knew nothing, and
Nothing about the business.
Nothing about anything, really. And I would just, call some local churches and say, hey, could I come?
Have you ever? Do you still know the guy that whispered that in your ear?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, did you ask him why?
Right. Yeah.
Were you trying to mess my life up? Yeah. You trying to mess my life up?
Why am I living with my parents
again?
again?
Because I see your parents going, who is that guy?
Right.
Yeah. Where's he at? Yeah, we're going to find him.
Our son used to have a job and a life. Now he's back home.
It's funny, if you talk to, 10 different artists, everybody's story is so different.
Everybody's
It's just different. And if
I've done music interviews for years, and interviewed one guy up north, gets to Nashville and met one guy, and he's on the stage of the Opry the next night because they're bass player.
You just never know.
And other people have been there all their life and have never gotten on the stage of the Opry.
And just as good, I'm sure.
Oh, yes, and different story, and maybe highly successful in other areas.
It's crazy.
It's just
you never know.
There's no way to plan a music career.
No, sir. There is not.
Okay. So where does this go now? If people want to know more about your music stuff that you're releasing, where do they find you?
Well, it's pretty hard to not find me. If you just Google my name, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, it should be all there. So David Ashley Trent,
99 cents, you can download anything I got, right?
Right, yeah, and so you shouldn't have a problem.
Doing this with a church, is that different than being, it's got to be different than being on the road and all?
Well, it's funny because I always say I kind of have a foot in both worlds. The world of being a worship pastor, which is very much singing with people, right? And getting, it's really not about you at all.
Right.
It's about collective, let's sing together to the Lord. And as an artist, it's not that way. It's more like I'm going to sing for you, and I'm going to tell a story through my music, and so it's a different world, but I really love both of the worlds, and I'm glad to serve kind of in both of those worlds, but they are different for sure.
Well, it's good to have you here.
It is.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
It's an honor, very much an honor. Thank you.
We appreciate this. We're going to be right back, and we'll talk for a minute or two about some other events coming up, and then we'll close this show with David Ashley Trent as we continue Six in the City.
Hey, have you heard about 4 Minute City? Do you know what it is?
Our city has over 100 sudden cardiac arrests every year.
That's why the 4 Minute City program was created.
By placing easy-to-use defibrillators in homes and businesses throughout Jackson, we can save lives.
This is not some hypothetical. This is real.
But it's up to us. Want to do something good?
Come on, Jackson. Get involved.
You just might save my life.
And I might save yours.
For the most reliable drinking water supply at the highest quality, reach for the tap. Our tap water is safe and continues to exceed all government requirements. For more information about our drinking water, visit www.jaxenergy.com/JEACCR.
Move over. It's the law. When approaching work vehicles or crews, move over to create a safety zone. It protects utility workers, law enforcement, firefighters, and emergency personnel. It's not an option. Slow down. It could save a life. Stay safe. Move over.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
Thanks to all of our guests for being with us. Many exciting things happening in this community. We've been talking about music. Concordia Lutheran Church is going to have, they have a music conservatory now, and they're helping raise money for that. They got a free concert coming up Sunday at 1. That'll be, Bach and all this other good stuff with some outstanding teachers from that Mitch Mathenia, Aaron Brock, and all that. And so check that out, 1 o'clock at Concordia. And while we got Holiday Mart, also our agriculture.
That's right. We've got the Madison County Family and Community Education Club's Christmas Cottage. It's their 40th anniversary.
Yes, and they're at the Ag Auditorium where we vote in advance.
On North Parkway. That's right. It's Friday from 9 to 7 and Saturday from 9 to 5. And you can go to christmascottage.org to find out more information.
We're back into a schedule of Union University basketball. We've got those games coming up Thursday and Saturday this week. And we remind you that we will be carrying all 9 of the state championship football games. Coming up the first weekend in December. And then we got the Christmas parade December the 10th.
That's right.
So
and it's December the 10th is a Saturday, so this is something
it's a whole
new.
new day.
That's right.
Well, it's been a pleasure to have this gentleman with us.
Sure
and,
has.
David, a real pleasure. And we appreciate
We've been
you being
blessed
with
to
us.
have him here.
We're going to close out the show with David, Ashley, Trent, and good Lord willing, we'll see you next week.
right.
I guess. Are we here next week? No, we're not.
Oh.
We'll see you back in December or sometime for the next Six in the City.
I heard the bells on Christmas Day, their old familiar carols play, and mild and sweet their songs repeat, of peace on earth, goodwill to men. But the bells are ringing like a choir that's singing, and in my heart I hear them. Peace on earth, goodwill to man. And in despair I bowed my head. There is no peace on earth, I said. Hate is strong and marks the song of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Oh, but the bells are ringing, and like a choir singing. Does anybody hear them? On earth, goodwill to man. Then rang the bells more loud and deep. God is not dead, nor does he sleep. The wrong shall fail, the right prevail. With peace on earth, goodwill to man. Then ringing, singing on its way. The world revolved from night to day. A voice, a chime, a chant sublime of peace on earth, goodwill to man. Oh, but the bells are ringing, and like a choir they're singing. Does any